welcome to today's live. Uh, so far, we were able to go with the Caribbean bag, and this is the Caribbean purse. I mentioned I was going to work on it, and this is what we have for our Caribbean purse. This is the design I have been working on. Yeah, look at it, it's so nice. This is it. You see it. This is what I've been working on for the weekend, and this is Thursday. Yeah, so the first it's almost complete. We just need to make it have a few more heights, and then we'll be done with it. Yay, amazing. All right, so this is what we are having, and this is where I put a stop. I had to put a stop. This is the macaron rope. I had to put it to be easier to be able to know where I stopped from so that I can just start from here. Yeah. So for those joining us, hi, how are you doing? How is your day going? I'm Marvy Scoarts, and in my channel I do post relatable and funny videos. And for today, we are making a Caribbean purse. Yay! Amazing. So yeah, I do post DIY stuffs as well, and this is what we have. So I'm going to show you how we go about with the Caribbean style. This right here is known as the Ludo style, this first parts here. But these other parts are known as the Caribbean style. I worked on it, and I mentioned if you're starting out, it will be very good to have gloves so that it will be easier for you to be able to drag it when you're stretching it so that it doesn't have these blisters on your hand. Yeah, so this is it. Very nice. Thank you so much, Daudo. Hi, how are you doing? So this is what we are having. I'm going to show you how we are going to work through it for the next round corner. So far, I was able to make at least two. So glad to know you love it. Yeah, thank you so much. And this is what we have. Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, Daudu. So this is what we have. So I'm going to show you how we make the next round. If you notice, I made about 3 of them, the rounds of it. So I'm going to make 1, 2, 3 round again. So I'm going to show you how to go about with it all. Hi Eva, how are you? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. How is your day going? So that is what I'm going to show you right here, all right? So first of all, we are going to have the macaron ropes. I'm going to start by losing out this part I tied, all right? So I'm going to need 8 on this side and 8 on the other side. That is why I had to tie them so that I would not mix it up, all right? For those joining us, hi, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this was where I stopped at last time, so I have to stitch it together with the hand. All right, welcome, welcome. So nice to see that you're fine. So I'm going to take 2 here, and I'm going to count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12. I tied 12 together. All right. Then 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 is what we will do. So nice to see it. All right. So this is how we get started with it, all right? Let me show you. So in this part here, I had to stitch some parts. Like the rope, the last one I did for the bag is almost done. The last bag I did, the ropes finished, so I had to tie them. You will notice it, but don't worry, I'll still work it all together so that it will be fixed in, and then you won't even notice it. That's what we call the finishing touches. So let me show you how to go about with it. Let's start. Now, here we go. I'm going to count 8 here, like I mentioned, and 8 here. So let me count separately, 16 in all. 2, 4, 6, 8. I have to make sure that no one is missing because this is very, very important. We don't want any to be missing at all. Aha. So this is it. So I'm going to work on this part first, then we work on this side. All right. So now I'm going to hold it firmly. Like I mentioned, if you're starting out, make sure to carry industrial gloves. Thank you so much, Eva. Thank you so much, Dauda, for the love. So I'm going to take 2 because I want it to be this side. So I'm going to take from the end. Remember, I counted 8. So I'll take it like this. All right. And then I'm going to cross it like so. So 2 here, then the third one, I will cross it behind like so, and then bring it out. So you see it. Cross it behind and bring it out. And I'm not going to tie it to the end because I'm making a third layer. So I'm going to give some space. This is how the space would be. Like there's a space between the two. Hopefully you can see it. This is the third one. This is the one. So I'll give this space so that it has these loops that you see right here. That's how these loops come about. The loops is what helps us to go to the next level. So I'm going to tie this 2 times. All right. I'm going to tie it 2 times like so. So this is what we have. 2 times here. And then I'll do it like that for all of them. Then for the next one as well, which is the purple, I'll tie it. Now since I'm doing for the purple, since it is the yellow I started with, for the purple it will just be on top of it, so I will not have much issue. It will just be on top, as you can see. So by the time I'm done with these 6, you'll notice that it has these loops of 6, but we'll be counting around 12 loops. So I'm going to tighten it very well so that it doesn't fall off. Yeah. So when using the color combination, you can use any color you want. I have brown. I usually get it in dozens because this would require a lot of macaron ropes. So I do get them in dozens so that it will be much more easier when I'm working on it. Now this is the one I mentioned that I was working on. It finished, so I had to tie it together. There's a way we tie it. We don't tie it like normal rope tying like this. So we just hold it together and just wrap it. That way it will be firmly fixed. You will notice it. It's firmly fixed. It's not like when you tie it like the way you tie your shoes. You tie it up. That way you'll be able to get it firmly fixed. So that's what we are going to be doing. So the color combination, I was thinking of making it to be kind of light color, not color that it'll be too thick. Like I was thinking that using a color like purple and red with yellow, it will look like very nice color, especially if you're wearing any kind of clothes. You can use clothes that will match with purple or yellow or red. I mean, I thought it would be better than just using all black. Although I have black here, but I was like, let's change it. Let's make it to not just be black. Yeah. So this is it. This is the loop that I've made so far. You see it. Thank you so much, Eva. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So this is the loop we have right here. I've gotten for this side. Now, you see this last loop. This is how you can make it so that it will not have gaps. If you notice, it's like tic-tac-toe game. You know, the X and the O where you cross it out. So in this case, if you notice, there is sort of this loop, like cross-linking, something like that. Yeah, that is what you do. For the next part, I'm going to do it, but I would not make the last one to be tied like this. I would cross it so that it will link together with this. Thereby, there will be no space. That is the beauty of it all. So I'm going to pick it from this side. I've done for this 8 here. I have to move further to this other side. First of all, make sure to tighten it. All right, make sure that it's all tied together. And then you hold it firmly, very firmly, like so. And then start from this part here. So I'm going to start from this side. Remember the other side we started from the end of that last two. Now I'm going to start from this end, and coincidentally they are both yellow. So I'm going to start from here and then pick it out. So the loop, make sure it's not to the end, and then we wrap it that way for the looping part. All right, so this is what we are going to be doing now. Then I'll take the second one. So if you're trying your own out, you can use your color, or if you're looking for like a color combination, for some that I've done, you can try red and white. You can try blue and white. Hi, Ariane. I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for asking. How is your day going? So you can try red and white, blue and white. I believe white is like a color that will work well with many other colors. So green and white, lime and white. Just use a color that you feel would be okay. So here I realized that the red was all completely finished. So I had to link it with the yellow instead of the red. So we're out of red. I used most of it for the bag, and so I had to tie it with the um, yellow. So that's what we are going to have to do now. So I'm going to be tying it twice. You tie them twice, not once. If you tie them twice, it would make it the loop to be all the more better, and it would not lose. All right. So that is what we are going to be doing right here. All right. I mentioned last time that I got a new yarn for our crocheting. Yeah, I'm a real fan, a huge fan of anything crafts. So I went to find where they sell it so that I'll not be having to wait for a long period of time before I get the new crochet. Like last time, it took a really long time, especially as over here like they don't really have yarn that easily. So when I found this new place, they were like, we sell it all this time. And I was like, I never knew. The only thing is that I will have to travel for some time, but it's not too far. I'll have to travel for a while to actually get to that point, and then I'll get the yarn. It's even much better than having to wait. Considering the whole time that I spent, if I had just gone there, I would just have to consider the cost of the transport, that's all. So that's what we have now. So I'm going to tie it now. Hi Drea, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm going to do it now. This is the loop that we've gotten for this part now. For the left side, the loop is right here. Hopefully you can see it. This is the loop. All right. Now, we have the one from here. Now the last one, the last loop, make sure that it's not removed, all right? So for the last loop, this is where we're going to link it all together. And that's what I'm going to do right away. So let's figure out the last loop. Okay, this purple is the last loop. So I'm going to link it to this part. Let me show you as I'm linking it together. Oh, so nice to see you too, Greya. Hi, how are you doing? So it's here. This last yellow that we worked on this left side, I'm going to, from here, all right, let me do it. You link it, cross it, whatever, whichever way you would like to call it, you cross it. Hi, Captain Mansur. Nice to meet you. It's so nice to see you, Drea. Thank you so much. All right. So you would link it. Once you do that, you still wrap it, like make the loop again. And that is how we go about with this one. All right. So this is how we go about linking it. Don't worry about this part. I will still work on it so that it will not show that there is like the finishing of the red right there. Now we're not done. We still have to make it like the way we did for this part, making it 3 3 3 3. So far I've made one part, so I'm going to make it into two parts again. So I'm going to pick this part here, and then the same way I'm going to loop it 2 times, the first loop and then the second loop. Now in this case I would not have to leave some space, I would just directly just to the end, tie it to the end. Thank you so much, Rhea. So I'll just have to tie it to the end like that, so it will just fix in to the end like here. That's what we are going to do. And in this thing I have to make sure that I am not tying the wrong macaron rope, because it does happen. So if you're also starting out, if you like the Ludo style, that's also amazing. The Ludo style brings things to life. But I felt for this bag, let me just change it to another style, or instead of just using one particular style throughout. Yeah. So that's why I decided to combine the Ludo style and the Caribbean style together. So these two together will make it all the more better. So I'm going to tie it. And this red is almost finished. Where were you when I was tying the remaining ones? So I'm going to do this now. I'm going to keep it up with that. We may have to use yellow to link that one out, but don't worry. I'll still work on it. So I'm going to tie it all to the end. This time we don't need to give a loop. The loop is only given to start a new layer, but we've already started a new layer for the first round. Then the second one will just be looping through like that. So this is what we'll be doing now. All right. Yeah. So this is it. The second layer, it's right here. You can see it. This is the second layer. Let's move this down so that you can see it well. This is the second layer. So I'm going to have to do it 1, 2. Yeah, it's like a habit. Like, I know they don't really reply, but yeah, it's sometimes, especially when they're stubborn. So we guess we have something in common, Drea. So this is what we have. Yeah. And I'm going to make it for the last time. Yeah. It does happens like subconsciously, all right? Yeah. So this is what we have. This is what we have. I know some people do have it, but I've not really met one. So this is just like seeing someone that actually does the same thing like I do, Drea. So I guess there's something that we both have in common. All right. So this is it. The second loop is what we are going for, making it all 3 loops. The 3 loops give the beauty, make it much more unique and all that. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to be working on. La dun dun. So let me know, for those who are joining us, would you like to try this out? Like, would you like to have like a Caribbean purse, or would you like the Ludo purse? Which kind of style would you like? I would love to know. I also make the Caribbean belt, sometimes the Ludo belts. So this is it. All complete 3. So this is it. Now for the other side, I'm going to do for this other side. Oh, that's so nice, Drea. So nice. Let me see if I can start a poll so that have opportunity to like give their. Let's do it like this. Let me ask so that everybody will give their votes. Would you? Okay. Let me just ask it this way. Which one would you love to have? Which one would you to have? All right. So I'm going to give an option. Ludo with Caribbean purse. That's what we're doing. Or a Ludo style bag or purse, or style belt, or other. Oh my gosh. Or other. So let me know your votes. Let's know in the chat. And for those watching the replay, you are also welcome to give your votes. So is which one would you love to have? Is it the Ludo with Caribbean purse, which is what we are working on? Or is it the, what's going on with this color, right? Or is it the Ludo style bag and purse or Caribbean style belt? Let us know in the chat. Let me reduce that a bit. So, all right, belt. That's so nice. If you would love to have a belt, Drea, that's so nice. So for those everyone joining, let me know in the vote in the poll which one you would love to have. All right. So let's work on this other part here. Let me know. You'll have 50 belts. That's really a lot. Different styles. You can just wear one. You can make one. You can have one. You can give to your friend. You could also use it for different occasions and all that. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so we're starting from this 2 here. All right. So I'm going to work on this part here. This time we just tie it down. So it's very important to tie it down gently, gently, gently. So by the time we're done with this, the good thing about this is that it's not hard. Once you get the grip of how to go about with it, it's not hard. The only thing that when you're working on it, you may be sitting for hours. You won't even notice when time has gone. That's the only thing with it. But if it is just that, let me work on this for like 2 weeks, like making different designs 2 weeks, no problem. But then you will realize that you spent a lot of time, and you also realize that you have been sitting for a long, long time. So that's just the only thing with this. So sometimes it's good to just stretch a little so that you will not be getting all these muscle pulls and stuff. So that is for this part. So if you have any questions for this design style, let me know in the chat. I would love to answer your questions. Aye. So this is it, the second loop for this left side. We've done for the right already. This is for the left side. And now I'm going to start again. All right, I'm going to start again. We have 2 more, then we start over again to make it 3 loops. This is what we are having. All right. Now, if you are making this style for the ropes, I made it to be, it has a specific measurement, all right? I did write it down. So if you're making your own, it has a specific size that you need to work on. For the bag, it has a specific length. For the purse, it has a specific length. And you will need to have a tape rule, like the ones that all this, the tailors, people that sew clothes, what they use. That's what you will need to have. I also have my own. It's been with me for the past 7 years now. Yeah. I use it for my bead making. I also use it for my crafts design like this. So yeah, for the past 7 years now, I've been with it. So once you are working on it, you also need to take note of the measurements because they are different. If it's for the bags, there's a specific measurement you can give. The measurement can be like 3 full ropes, depending on how wide it is, all right? It could be like 3 full ropes and then a few inches. That's how it is for the bag, for the belt rather. So this is it. So we have 3, look at it, the 3 loops, 1, 2, 3, and over here we have the 3 loops, 1, 2, 3. So I have 1, 2 here, I have 2 here. Now we tie them. That's how we do it for all round. And this is like a small purse that I'm working on. So I will hold it this way. You just tie the way you tie your shoes this time around, all right? So you cross it, bend it down, bring it out, and ta-da! Make sure to hold it firmly because this is what guarantees that the next loop, which is the fourth row, that is if you want a fourth row, it will be very firm and secure. So this is how we do it. This is how we do it. This is it. Look at it. This is what we've done here together. So now that I'm done with this part, I will push it to this side and then work on the next part. So I have to make sure that each part is firm. Now, since I'm working it round, sometimes it may want to loosen. So what I do is to tie it before I start. So this is why I say it's very important to have the gloves, all right? But since I'm used to it, so I don't really feel it like if you're starting at first. I remember when I started at first, I had this marks all around, so it wasn't easy. Especially when you have the work of building it, it wasn't that easy, but I'm already used to it, so everything is just constant practice. Once you're used to it, you won't feel it that much. So I'm going to work on it, the same pattern style. All right. Alrighty, right. So I'm going to start from here. We'll give it the loop space here because we're starting on a new part, a new branch. So I'm going to make it to be like this. We tie it, give it the space here. I'll wrap it twice. That's how we do it. Wrap it twice. And then I'll move it to this side so that I'll know that this yellow has been done for. I'll give it space. All right. So if you're making your own, some would choose to buy one piece. But if you would like me to suggest, I would suggest you try out the dozen. Is much better than just getting the piece. Because with the dozen, like I have done, I'm able to make as many as I want. And the good thing about it is that none of it can go to waste. It doesn't go to waste. If you measure it properly, you won't have any waste. That's the good thing with this design. And it's just like the bead style. You can't really have a wasted bead. No, once you're done with the design, you'll definitely find something else to make. I made one with a ruby color. All right, we're back. Okay, we've gotten 2 votes now. That's nice, amazing. Someone voted for the Lido style bag and someone voted for the Caribbean style belt. That is amazing. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry, it's stripped off a bit. So sorry about that. All right. So this is what we have. All right. So I was talking about the um, loop parts. Yeah, I mentioned the loop parts. Sorry, I think the network tripped off. So I don't know. Hopefully you can still hear me. Hopefully. All right. That's nice. So we've gotten another vote for the Caribbean belt. That is the nice one. Nice style to go for. So this is what the part we've been working on. This is it. We're making another loop toward this side. So this is what I'm going to be doing right here. Now, all right. Now we've worked this part out. We've gotten 6 on this side. Then I'm going to work on this other side too. So once I'm done with that, then we cross it and then tie them after making 3 loops here, 3 loops there. So I mentioned that I was working on a beaded style. I used ruby color and I also used gold. So ruby for the crystal beads, and then I used for the sand bead gold because it was for one occasion like that. Yeah. So I needed that color combination. And it was beautiful. In the next live stream, I can share it with you so that you can see it. And who knows, we can also make another style for that. If you're a lover of crafts, you would really know. Like, if you're someone that loves crafts like I do, you know that there's this kind of inner joy you have when you're making crafts design. All right. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? How is your day going? We are making Caribbean purse. I'm holding on to this part where we are working on so that it doesn't sort of remove, it won't loosen, because this is more like crocheting but with the ropes, and I'm using my hands instead of a pin. And this one has also finished. Like, really, I made sure to tie each and every one of the ones that, and I don't really know where each of them. First it was the red, now is the yellow. It's only the purple that is not disappointing. Oh my gosh, why did you finish now? All right, so that is what I would make. Normally I could make this for, without any schedule or any work interrupting. I could just sit for a day, having some breaks around, of course, right? Having some breaks, we'll just sit and work it through. And the last time I showed you guys this one, we were just at the starting part, but here is where we are now. This is what we've gotten so far now. It's gotten a lot better. That is the second, we're on the third part. So by the time I'm done with this third part, it will increase in size and we'll be done. Well, almost done, because I want this purse to be a bit bigger in size. Like, I want it to be like a purse but a mini bag kind of style, so it's kind of unique. That is what I want. So I'm going to work on this one here. Hello, hello, hello. Ba-bam, bam, ba-dam. So let me drag this part up together. Aha. And then we tie them. We tie them like so. All right. Aha. So there we have it. We have one, then we have two. Now for this last part, just as we did this last one, we are going to loop it through these parts here, through this yellow part here. I will loop it through and then tie it to this side. So we have gotten this part ready. I'm going to tie it like 2 times and this is what we will have. Okay, so I'm going to work on this part now, the right side. Now that we've interlocked those 2 parts, I can quickly work through making the loops twice as I wanted to do it. So besides this crafts making, what other thing I also love making is the bead, which many of you know. I love making the bead styles, and I also love crafts design, like with paper crafts and all that. So anything basically craft, I just find joy in that. I find joy in it. So far I've made like the bags, I've made the purse, I've also made crochet flower. I showed you 2 different styles that I really loved making. I showed it to you and you've seen it as well. Now this one is the one I'm showing with you, which is the Caribbean purse design. That is the one we are making together. This is what we have so far. Aha! At first it looks as if you're just tying ropes, but when you tie them in a particular pattern, the beauty comes out. So I've gotten the second looping. Now the third one is what I'm going to work on now. Bam, bam, bam. So I mentioned if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. The questions could be related to what I'm making. For those who may not know, this is known as the macaron rope. Like that's what we call it over here. The macaron rope. That's what we call it over here. All right. So this one has finished, but I'm going to fill you in. Don't worry. I believe I should have one. All right, I have one here. So I'm going to fill it in so that it will be much more easier for the next loop. It's only the purple that is not disappointing. The yellow and the red, they are almost done. Right. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun. So this is it. This is the third loop that we are working on. Aha. Right here. Look at it. 1, 2, and 3. So I've gotten this part. Now it's for the other part. And once we are done, we will be able to tie them together and then move on to the next looping. So this is what you'll be doing. Like I mentioned, the steps are not that, they are not difficult. You just need to make sure that for those starting out, you carry your gloves, and also make sure that you are patient because there are many, especially when I was working on the bag, there were many ropes. It's not like this one that is mini style. So when you are working on the purse or the bag, you have to pay attention to make sure you're not tying the wrong one. All right. Hi, AJ Benson. How are you doing? EJ, I hope I got it right. Hi, Benson. How are you doing? So that's what you're going to have to do to make sure. That's why I bent it this way so that I would see exactly the part that I'm working on and know that, okay, I'm done with this part, I move on. Then if for any reason I have to pause, like maybe because I'm getting tired or maybe something came up, I will just tie that part, that loop that I've worked on, I'll just tie it together, and then I would get back to it. Once I'm ready, I'll just get back to it. So this is what I'm going to do now. So here I've gotten the second looping for it. Now for those parts that the ropes are almost finished, this is what I do. I will drag it together like this case. Drag it together. These are just the edges. So I will just work it through so that it will be smooth. So I will just drag it together to make it to be one. So I'll just wrap it up. That way it would be much more better. It will not be like I am leaving it out and just tying in the new leaf. Like this one, I'll use this one to show you this part here that is almost finished. I'll show it to you now. So let me quickly move through with that part and I'll show you how I go about with it, all right? So like I mentioned, you need to check it. All right, there are 6 over there. So I'll tie it 1, then tie it again 2, like that. You just gently tie it around like that. Aha. Bam, bam, bam. So this is it. Tie it for the second part. Now this is the part that I was talking about. The side that has this ending. If you notice, there are about 2 when they are supposed to be just 1. There are 2. The yellow, the former one, and the new one. So what I will do, I will hold them together as one and wrap it. That way it would go in without any part falling out. And if for any reason those small parts will want to fall out, I would just walk it through at the end, and that will make it all the more better. All right, so that's what I'm going to do for that other parts. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Let me quickly move it through like that. And this rope is getting stubborn. All right. Then for the second part as well, just loop it through like that. And then we have it all complete. Then the final one as well. This is the final side, 3 on this other side. Then we have the 2 here, and we have this 2 here. Now I'm going to lock it in, like tie them together, and voila. That is how we go about with it. And tie for the first round and tie it for the second round. So this is it. Our beloved Caribbean style. The purse is coming together. This is the third layer that we've worked on now for this part here. So far we need to complete it. We just have 3 more to go from the look of things. We have this one, I think 3, 4, and 5. And this is what we are going to be having here. All right, so quickly, let's move over to the next part. So for those joining us, hi, how are you doing? Let me know in the chat like to use for your own Caribbean style, for the Ludo style or for the Caribbean style. I would love to see them in the chat. I'll be reading them, all right? So let me know. And for those watching the replay, hello, how are you doing? You can also let me know what style you would like. If it is this one we are working on, the Ludo with the Caribbean style for the purse, or if it is just the bag, let me know as well. I will hear your points on this. All right? Yeah. So for some who may not know, is Ludo style slipper. Some will call it flip flops, okay? So over here we call it slippers. So we have a slippers for this style, but the one I've seen so far is style, although I've not really seen the Caribbean style. Although there is a way it will be padded and it will be very beautiful, so you don't need to it's a bit itchy and stuff. No, it's not that way. There's a way it's done. This is what we call the finishing touches aspect. That is what we are going to be doing for that, so that it would not have mess in it. All right, so this is it. And then the final one as well, quickly is what we are working on here, and then we'll move this to this other side. So like I mentioned, it is very interesting. It's not hard. 2, 4, 6, it's not hard to work on. And the good thing about it is that you don't need to be worried about how you are going to start. Once you've just started, like you're watching it through, it will be much more easier. You also need to be calm when working on it, all right? Because sometimes the ropes will want to be misbehave. So if you're not patient, you can just lose it, and we don't want to lose it. No, so you need to be patient when you're working on it. All right, dun 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 dun. So this is what we're having. The votes are still is still on. The poll is still on. So for those who are giving their votes, if you still want to give your votes as to which one you would love to have, let me know. You can give your votes. All right, so far we've gotten a few of the votes over here. All right, so let me know which one you would love to have. and we'll see about that. Dun, dun. Okay. All right. All right. So this last one right here, we're going to loop it to the other side, right away. Mm-hmm. It's funny how time just flies. It's already Thursday, and before long, it will be Saturday. Before long, a new hmm? Time is just running really fast. 2, 4. So let me quickly tie this one. It seems like it's going to need me tying it alright. So I'm going to tie it to this new one. So thankfully I found a red color for this one. So it's going to need me to tie it now. Let's do that, alright. Now, this is it. For this red, now this is how you can go about with the tying part. This is the part that has finished. This is a new one. Now normally you would want to tie it this way, but if you are working on this kind of craft, this is the way you tie it. You hold it here and you hold the other one out together like this, and then you tie it. So I'm going to try tying it together, although the rope is short, but I'm going to see how I can do it so it will be tied together. All right, so I'm going to wrap it together, and then we can now move over to the next one. So let me quickly see how to go about with this part. And 1 and 2 and 3. So there we have it. Ouch. Let's give that a try again. One more try so that it doesn't fall off again. So I'm going to quickly do that one more time so that it doesn't fall out. So first of all, and then tie it so that it doesn't fall out. Ah, if it still continues like this, I'm going to have to loosen it out so that I get more space for it. So it's much better here. That way I have 1 and I have 2, and I'll just wrap it all together. So gently tie it this way. And this is what we have. Aha! You see it? It's now tied like this. This way it will never fall out. The way I've tied it out, it will never fall out. If you had tied it the way you tie like your sneakers, it would fall out because this is a macran rope style, so it has its own method of tying. But if you tie this way, it won't fall out. So this is how I came about it. So I'm going to have to redo this part. All right, I'm going to have to redo it. So let's move that quickly. And I go for the first one and then go for the second one, and then I'll show you how it looks like now. So this is it. So this is it. And then this other part too, because I had to loosen this part so that it would fit in. So far it's only the yellow and the red that are finishing so quickly. The thing is that they are somehow the leftovers of the other bag that I worked on, so I just wanted to work. So I'm going to tie, for those ones that are finishing, I'll tie it together with the new one, and that way I would be able to get, like, you know, a mini purse from it. So this is what I'm going to be doing now. All right. Uh-huh. So I've got it for this one here. Yeah. Let me see this thing here. Okay, this is it. We are almost done. All that is left is just one, two, three. So let's quickly do that now. Let's quickly move it together. Aha. So what helps me to be able to recall some of the measurements that I have over here, especially when it comes to this Caribbean style purse, what helps me to be able to know the style, like the measurement to go for each one, is that I do try to keep notes. I have one that I've kept so far. It helps me a lot to be able to know the size that I should go for, even if it's a jumbo bag, like a big bag. It helps me a lot. When I'm able to keep the record of the normal size of the bag, it helps me to know exactly how to go about with it for the other sizes, all right? So I'm going to hold you up here. And then I'm going to loop you again. Gently. That's a notification. All right. So this is for the purse. And then finally the last two, which we'll be working on now, right there. Dun, 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 dun. So for those who are joining us, hello, hello, how are you doing? How is your day going? Marvy Scoarts. I'm Marvy Scoarts, and I do post relatable and funny videos. And I also do share DIY inspired stuffs like this one we're making, which is the bag. So I do stuffs like that. I do have stuffs like that that I prepare and showcase, such as in this case the bag style. So you may be someone who loves things like art, or maybe you're someone who loves laughing. I mean, everyone loves laughing, but you may be someone into comedy or crafts making, designs, and all of that. So if you are, that is very nice. It's nice to meet you, and I also love that. That is why I showcase them in my channel. So this is what I've gotten, the three layers. Hopefully you can see them. One, two, three. This is the new layer here. So I'm someone who loves styles, crafts making, and not only do I love them, I also make time to work on them so that I can be able to create beautiful designs such as this. So for the one of the DIY pen, someone tried it and sent an email, all right? Someone sent an email and was like, I tried it and it worked, the DIY pen case. I was like, wow, that's so nice. Like when you're able to make stuffs of your own, the way I do, like here, it will really, you know, make you to love what you do. If you're into creative styles, creative designs like this, arts and crafts and all the likes, there's this kind of joy you have when you are making your very own stuffs. Like you can buy them, right? Yes, but when you're making it, you know, oh, this is something that I made. It's a bit different. Not that the ones that were bought were not good, but there's this kind of joy you have. Like anytime I come across one of my creations, I'm like, I made this. You know, that kind of joy that of knowing that you actually designed something, brought that idea to life. Yeah. So it makes things all the much better. You feel all the more happier about your work. So this is the second layer that we are working on here. You see the color combination is really going well. And now I'm going to work on this final part here. All right, so it's going to be 1, 2, and that's how we'll be going forward with it. Yeah, so this is it. Da dum 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 dum. Da dum 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 dum. Mm, 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 mm. Da 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 dum dum da dum dum da dum. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Now we are done with this final part. And here we have it. This one is beautiful. You see it, 1, 2, 3. The colors are coming together. Yeah, they are. Now here we have these ones, and here we have the other ones. Now it's time to tie them together. So if you're someone who loves crafts design, crafts making, you can also join the community. So you can also like and subscribe to support the channel, subscribe to join the community, and join a family of creative designs. People that love creation stuffs. This is it. Like I mentioned, I'll trim it out, so do not worry. I'm going to trim it out. So you see it. We have 1, 2, 3 to work on to make it to be complete, and then I'll work on making it stretch inside. All right, I'll work on making it stretch inside. So 1, 2, 3. So there are 6 heads. All right, I have about 22 crowns. We call these things here crowns, and I have about 6 heads. That's a lot. For the bag, I actually use 44 to 46. I also had to include for the handle, so that was like 44 to 46 for the handle. Yeah. Oh, we're almost done. I just need to work on this part and this part, and we'll be done for the third part, the third section. So yeah. Make sure to tie it firmly. So for this part, I would give some space. And this one also needs the rope. So I'm going to tie it. Hopefully it should be enough. It needs this rope. So let me tie it together. Just as I've mentioned, you hold the two and then you are going to tie it like this. Okay. There. So there we have it. It's now tied together. Now, this other one, I don't know if I have. Okay, I have some here. I have one here. So I'm just going to tie it. It's the yellow that we have. So since there are some of the leftovers from this other bag that I made, so that is why I have to tie them at some point. But it did try. I mean, we've gotten to about 3 layers before it almost finished, so it tried a lot. It did try. So I'm going to hold this one out and then give some space for the looping and all that. All right. And this is it. Very cool, very artistic. Artistic, that is it. That's what we call this kind of design. Back then we didn't know what artistic meant. But now we do know what artistic means. Yeah. So this one is also part of it. So like I mentioned, you need to make sure that you are actually working on the right ropes so that you don't tie the wrong one and then find out and then losing it all. That would be a lot of work. So you need to pay attention to this part here. And like I mentioned, give some space. Since it's a new layer, give some space for it. Let me see. All right. And then finally, we work this part out too. So I'm very happy to know that a lot of you like the style of the Caribbean. Someone asked if I would want to do more of the Ludo style and less of the Caribbean. And to be honest, both of them are nice. The styles are okay. The only thing is that one is takes a lot more process. That is the Ludo style. And then we have the other, which doesn't take much of the process as well. The Caribbean style is faster. The only thing is you need to be stretching from time to time. From time to time, you need to be stretching it. But other than that, everything is just good. Everything is just good. So this is it now. We have worked so far for this part. And oh, hi, Maestro. We are making a Caribbean purse. This is what I've done so far. It's a Caribbean purse design. I did for the bag and we're working on the purse. So it's a purse, but we use the macaron rope. This is the ropes. So I'm making it into a purse. So it's supposed to have like this length. We've gotten to the third part. And if I want, I would make it to be one more layer to make it the fourth. And then I would work the underparts and it would be a complete purse. So this would be the top. I would even add, I'm even considering adding like a handle. So it's not just a purse you hold in your hand. Like I'm thinking I could add a handle because I was not really thinking of adding a handle. I was like, we can make a purse with a zip, but I said, okay, let's just add a handle. So it would just be like a mini bag, so to speak. That's what we're working on here. Now, this is it. I've worked so far. We still have purple. Yay, we have purple. So I'm going to cut this part out, the purple part out, so that I can be able to show you this finishing parts, the finishing touches of this other one. That's what I'm going to do now. So what's going to help me is when I actually hold it, not letting it go. Because if you let it go, everything wipes off, and if it wipes off, that is serious. So I need to make sure that I am not letting it go and I'm tying it gently and firmly. All right? Thank you so much, drawing day down. So let me quickly go get this to trim the edges. I'll be right back. And we're back. So I'm going to cut some parts for this um, purple. We're going to use this purple. We'll cut some parts so that we can get it the accurate size. So cut. And then this should be enough because the bag is not going to be that huge. So for those who are starting out, you just measure it out depending on the size that you need. For me, I just need a few of the pieces so that I can work through for the finishing parts, because I'm planning to just make a small purse. I'm not planning to make like a jumbo size purse, just a small one that you can keep things in it. That's what we're going to make. All right, so and we cross it and then we tie it gently so that it doesn't fall off. That's what I'm going to try to do. So let me quickly do that. Let me put it down so that it will be easier to tie it, and I'll show you the results. So this is it. And 1, 2, ready, go. And 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this is it. To be honest, blue and purple and red do go together. Yeah. So this is it now. I've tied it together. All complete. And here we go. So from this side here, I'm going to work it through. Quick, 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 quick. I want to show you how it will be done for the third layer. This is what we've done so far for the third layer. This is the third layer. I want to show you how it looks like. So once I'm done with that third layer, we'll see the finishing result for it. So this style of bag, if you're going out, you can just use it. It doesn't have to be all that for just going out. You can just use it for your day-to-day. You can just use it. You can decide to take it with you if you're going out just normally, or if you're just visiting. This kind of style of bag is really beautiful. And you can also make a tie. I mentioned I made one. Hi, chickmate. Welcome. You can also make like a tie. I mentioned that I made a tie with this style, this Ludo style. Although you can also try for this Caribbean style, but the Ludo one really didn't look nice for it. That is what I was able to do. The tie is very nice. The long tie, actually, not the bow tie, the long tie. So it's nice. And you can also make a slipper for it. And you can make a vase as well. Thank you so much, checkmate. Thank you so much. How is your day going? And you can also make a vase, like a flower vase. You can make that as well. So this last part right here, I'm going to lock it in. So I would move it like so, and then I'm going to bring it out here and tie it together. So nice to see you, checkmate. That's so nice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm going to lock it in and then tie it like so. And once you're done with this part, we will have one complete here and one complete here. Thank you so much, checkmate. Thank you. You're also very amazing. Thank you so much. All right. So this is what I have. So I'm going to quickly work it through so that I'm going to complete 3 loops on this side, 3 loops on the other side, then we move over to the final parts. This is how you do it. Gently, gently, gently. Thank you so much. It's a Caribbean purse that we're making. So yeah. With the macaron rope. Over here we call it macaron rope. Really? That's so nice. Was it a belt or was it like a purse? What kind of style is it? There are many styles you can make with this and it's very very nice. It's very very nice to see it. All right. So this is it. So I'm going to push that down in. Oh, hi, I'm Marvy Scoarts. Nice to meet you. I'm Marvy Scoarts. So, Marvy is my name. So, Squats. Marvy Scoarts. That's what we have. So, we're almost done. After which, alright, we're back. Alright, we're back. So, the network glitched. I really don't know where you all heard me speaking last. The network glitched, all right. We have new votes, all right. We have new votes. Um, Someone voted for Ludo style bag or purse. Another one voted for Ludo with Caribbean purse. Yet another chose Caribbean style belt. That's nice. And someone else voted for Order. So this is what we have. We have so many of you all. I don't know why it's glitching. I may not see all the chats. Hopefully I'm seeing them all. I don't know why it is glitching tonight. Why? Really, really, I don't know why. Ash. Don't worry. Hopefully I'm seeing some of your chats. Hopefully. I really do hope. And then we are going to tie this last one that is the red. I'm going to tie it so that it will stick to the yellow. I don't want it to be that. I'm going to work it through and then we have one that is coming out. I don't want it to be like that, no. So I believe we are done with this part. Remains just one more, which is this one then. I'm going to hold it very very firmly. 2, 4, 6, 8. Remaining 2 more. All right. Did I set this chat correctly? Oh, it stopped already. Oh, it didn't show. Why? Maybe it's network. I think it's network. Well, hopefully you all can hear me. Hopefully. What we're making is a Caribbean purse. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't know why it's glitching so suddenly. It's as though it's just click, 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 just like that. I don't know. Alright, for those joining, I hope you all can hear me. If you can, hi, I'm Marvy Scoarts, and here we are making a Caribbean style. That's what we are making, a Caribbean style purse. So that's what I'm trying to make. I've made the purse already, so we're going to make the style. Alright, so I think it tripped off, alright. It tripped off, okay. Let me see what I can do. Just a second. I think the thing tripped off. Oh my gosh, the network really is bad, and the weather is terrible. Oh, and this is what we've worked on so far. All right, I'm going to see what we can do about it. Who knows? I'm going to tie it off. Maybe in the next live stream, I'll show you where I am currently on. So hopefully, you can still see me. Hello. So that's what I'm going to try now. It's glitching terribly over here. I don't know. It's the rain. So I'm guessing we'll call it a day for today. And who knows, in the next live stream, I can see the chats correctly. And yeah, thank you all so much for joining. And if you love the arts, please make sure to give a like and subscribe and share. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And for those watching the replay, also, I'll be reading the chat. So, yeah, that's for that now. Thank you all so much for watching and have a wonderful day. All right. Bye bye. Mwah. Aw. Bye bye.